Jeff can talk about the All-Star.
Okay.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll
just
talk
chime
about
in.
it and everything. Yeah, just chime in and we'll keep it natural.
Let's roll.
All right, you ready, Breagan?
Yeah.
You ready, Dad? I'm ready. All right. Wish we had an air conditioner. The only problem is we could turn that fan on, but then you just hear it everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah, here we go. Get the mic check or
Gotta do
the
that, Jeff.
audio thing. Here we go. They stay on their phones.
Hell, so we
Look
go
at
read.
look at Evan with the
I got something for him next
Hey,
week.
Coach Brown.
got his prime look going on here. All right. It's time. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to On the Sideline. I'm your host, Jeff Holden. We're here with Coach Evan Hearn and Big O. Changed that order up there a little bit, didn't I?
Yeah, put me last.
All right, we got a show for you guys tonight. Special guest, highly voted on by the people. So we'll introduce her in just a little bit. First, we got to go over some things that we always go over with. We'll start with acknowledgments. Jaylee Lowe, the pitcher, softball pitcher in Electra. I think she's a freshman. She reached 200 strikeouts for Harold. Oh, that's Harold.
Harold.
Not
Yeah.
sorry, not Electra. Sorry, that's
We got Electra on our mind because they're playing right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 200 strikeouts as a freshman softball. That's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
beyond amazing.
Yeah.
Reese Calhoun, she reached 700 career strikeouts in Graham. She finished up her senior season. What a great career she had. 700 strikeouts. That's pretty good as well. I mean, that's not like baseball strikeouts. You know, baseball games are a little bit longer. Yeah. Well, I guess not.
I mean, no, softball plays 5 innings and baseball plays 7. But,
A lot of times.
But the strikeouts for girls, to me, is just because there's so many different combinations of a rise ball. The rise ball is the one I would probably strike out every time because I would probably swing every single time.
I'd probably hit a home run every time.
And then that goes to, we talk about it, like in softball, those pitchers been able to go consecutive games in a row. So that goes with their,
Yeah, Old Park's
their
pitcher.
strength and conditioning, to be able to pitch have those many strikeouts in a season and throughout a career. So
Owl Park's pitcher pitched 230 pitches in 2 games.
ridiculous.
But they won back to back. I mean, the same day.
That's what I'm saying. That was back-to-back games,
Yeah.
too.
Coming off an injury. She's amazing, though. She's a good pitcher. Next thing, Addie Canada from Archer City. They're still in the playoffs. She actually pitched a no-hitter in the quarterfinal game last week. So that's pretty amazing. I mean, we got so many amazing athletes. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then basketball news, something that just came out or that we heard of. I think you told us, right? City View revealed that William Jordan II, who was on the show a couple weeks ago, and Emery Brandon are both City View's all-time leading scorer for boys and girls, respectively.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty awesome.
I think they kind of held it from them, from telling them, kind of kept them focused during the season. But congratulations really to both of them because, they both been 4-year varsity starters. And I would say that they both are a part of kind of turning the programs around for City View in basketball too. So
Yeah, for sure. So that's pretty much our acknowledgments. I know there's probably a ton that we missed. Again, if anybody has some, special things like that, send them into the Facebook page, and we'll, try to get them on here because those little things like that could be something that really, could help a player out in any type of scenario or whatever. Like just hearing it from somebody else sometimes helps a lot. We'll slide right into baseball, softball playoffs. I'll go ahead and let Evan go ahead with that.
Oh, yeah. So we still have 3 area teams still playing softball. We'll tackle the ladies first. So we have Archer City, and I'm going to say this wrong. Is it Riesel?
You got me.
So they kick their 3-game series off tomorrow and Thursday in Stephenville at 7 p.m. And then Saturday, game 2 is Saturday at 3, and then game 3 will be following at 5:30 for the Archer Lady Wildcats. Alba Park, they have a 3-game series versus Amarillo River Road. Game 1 take place tomorrow, 5 p.m. in Amarillo. And then Game 2 and Game 3 will be in Iowa Park on Saturday. So Saturday at 12, and then Game 3 will be following at 2:30 if needed. And then last for our area softball teams, we have the Burke Lady Bulldogs, and they'll be playing the Pampa Lady Harvesters, and they got a 3-game series all in at Friendship starting tomorrow as well, 5:30. Game 1. Game 2 is 5:30 Friday, and then Game 3 will be Saturday at 1 p.m. So
good luck to those girls.
Yep, congratulations and good luck to those 3 area teams. And then as far as baseball, we have 4 teams, 4 area teams, 5.
Yeah, Iowa Park and Jacksboro playing each other.
Oh, yeah, 5. Yeah, sorry. Iowa Park and Jacksboro playing each other, exactly. So we got 5 area teams left in it. Game 1 with Electra in Dodge City, that's tonight. They are currently down.
Let me take a quick look.
They were down 4-1 right before we kicked off. As Jeff is looking for
down
that.
6-1.
They're down 6-1, and they're playing in Sanger. Holiday, Eagles are playing Brock in a 3-game series. That'll start tomorrow at 4 at Graham. Game 2 will be Friday at Graham, and Game 3 will be at 2 at Graham. So all 3 of those games are at Graham High School. And like you said, Iowa Park and Jacksboro, that'll be tough.
They moved the time on that.
They did move the time. So they're Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
I think they skipped
Friday.
Thursday.
They skipped Thursday.
I'm going to go to 2 games on
2
Friday.
games on Friday.
I'm not sure.
With the
We'll
weather
have to check
coming
on
in.
that.
Yep.
Don't take our word for it.
All right, and last but not least, the Rider Raiders. They're playing the number 1 state team in 5A. Game 1 is scheduled for Thursday. There could be some weather in the area here in Wichita, so that is still on standby. Game 2 will be Friday at 7, and then Game 3 is Saturday back in Wichita at 1. So be on the lookout, especially for the Rider, Iowa Park, and Jacksboro game, since there could be some weather expected in the area tomorrow. But congratulations to all those teams still in it, and good luck to each and every one of them.
I would want to say something about this on the softball side. Iowa Park's getting hot at the right time.
Yes, they are.
Their pitcher's back from injury. They're heating up right at the right time. You know, a lot of people, whenever Iowa Park first transitioned down to 3A, you know, they were expecting them to be this powerhouse. But a lot of people softball is one of those sports where there's good teams at every level. You know, Iowa Park, I think, you know, a lot of teams counted them out this year because they lost a lot of seniors. But they're battling and showing that their program is stronger than it's ever been before.
And that's what that's what you need, is just like you said, peaking at the right time. You know, and I can say that even being around the Rider Raiders, it was, you know, you want to be playing your best when the time is needed. And taking a 2-game series or 3-game series, taking back-to-back wins against Midlothian Heritage, and you know, being the final standing team in Wichita Falls, like you said, is peaking at the right season. I feel like all these teams are doing it when it's needed the most.
One more thing on the baseball side, for the Holiday people out there, let's get it done this year. I actually watched Holiday and Brock play last year. Nothing against, you know, other kids, different things, but I feel like there was a little bit of disrespect, you know, at the game, but that's just me. But I would love to see Holiday take down Brock. Brock's been a juggernaut in baseball, really all sports for a while, and I think it's their time, especially with the group with Cooper Turner, you know, Grant Cox and those boys. They've been playing together for a while now, and I just be special for them to advance to at least the next round and take down one of the top teams in 3A.
Yeah, for sure. We're obviously we want all the area teams to win. I don't know about Jacksboro and Iowa Park.
Yeah, that's why I said
the baseball players, but
I didn't want them to think
One
I
of
was
them's going to
taking
end up
sides.
out of there.
we, that'd be pretty awesome to see all, 7 of the 8 advance. But, sports is a game of wins and losses, and as we all know, sometimes it's tough. So,
And I think for girls, it's the regional finals, correct?
it's a regional semifinal.
Semifinals?
Yeah.
Okay. So we still got another round.
Yep. So coming up next, real quick, is pretty big news for us as on the sideline and sideline sports is the sponsorship from United Regional. They came through. The goal is to work with United Regional and help them kind of advertise for their Orthopedic Express. Sorry. So they have Orthopedic Express with the new advanced clinic for orthopedics that they opened up not too long ago on 8th Street. They want us to help them spread the word that Orthopedic Express is a walk-in clinic. They serve, obviously they do a lot of injuries. Sports injuries is big for them. They got, it's 8:30 to 4:30. I think you got to sign in by 4:30. I think they stay open till 5, but it's walk-in Monday through Friday, or Fridays till like noon or something. You have to check the times. They told me, but I don't remember. But we'll do a better job with that. Sorry, United Regional. But yeah, so they want us to help spread the word through our channel, through social media, all that stuff. So we're going to have multiple interviews with some of the doctors or anybody that they want to have interviews with, and just kind of help get that out there as much as we can. We actually have a quick commercial that we want to show for that, so we'll go ahead and start that now.
At Orthopedics Express, our primary focus is delivering exceptional care to patients with orthopedic injuries, such as sprains, strains, broken bones, and joint pain. You'll receive the expert care you need when you need it most. Simply walk in or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Located inside the Center for Advanced Orthopedics, Orthopedics Express is your fast track to orthopedic care.
The next thing is the All-Star game. Our basketball All-Star game for both boys and girls is getting close. It's turning out what I'm expecting to be a pretty good size event. Obviously, a quick rundown. It's going to be an all day long event from 9 in the morning till probably a little after 9 at night, probably actually maybe 10 at night. We have showcase games going on all day long. We're going to have some events for the All-Stars. They're going to come in. We're going to do something special with them, hopefully for some photographs and stuff like that, maybe some kind of media thing. But we're still trying to hash out all those details. We're still looking for sponsors. So if anybody wants to sponsor us, you can still do that up until just a few days before the event. I guess, do we want to go ahead and, we already released the rosters. Do we want to go over them? The official rosters?
I think we can blast that a little bit more on our Facebook and different outlets.
Okay. So check the Facebook for the official rosters. We had a couple last minute dropouts and a couple fill-ins on the girls' side, I think. But we're gonna go to break real quick, get another word from our other sponsors, and then we're gonna come back with our special guest. All right, we'll see you in a minute. The realtor we trust is Kim Roark, given to others with love. Kim was raised in this community and has been selflessly serving for over 20 years. Kim encourages everyone to thrive in their purpose. Kim is part of the Homes for Heroes program, where she gives back a portion of her commissions from each closing to all military, firefighters, law enforcement, healthcare, and educators who use her services. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Kim is the realtor for you. Go check out the website, homesforheroes.com. Since starting from scratch in 2020 by longtime resident of Clay County, Bob Belcher, Duck Creek Disposal has quickly become one of the most trusted waste disposal service and dumpster rental companies serving the 940 community and the surrounding areas. Local to the core, they take immense pride in being a part of the Wichita Falls community. Duck Creek Disposal's deep roots mean that every customer is treated like a neighbor. Their promise is to guarantee the best customer experience in the area, and they live by it. Whether you're a homeowner, contractor, or business, they've tailored their services to suit varied requirements. Bob's hands-on approach and belief in personal connection means that when you call Duck Creek Disposal, you're experiencing a standard of service that Bob himself envisioned. You talk to real people, not a machine. Go give Bob a call at 940-257-5660. Serving the 940 community for 12 years, Allegiance Electric and Controls is the trusted go-to for commercial and industrial electrical solutions. Contact them for reliable, tailored services to keep your operations running smoothly. Please call or visit their website at aecllc.com. For all your paving and concrete needs, we trust Freeman Paving, LLC. Located in Vernon, Texas, Freeman Paving is our recommended business for concrete, paving, and dirt work. They have over 20 years of experience working right here in our community. Next time you need any concrete work, give them a call, 940-552-9496. If you're looking to treat yourself to a delicious dessert, then Yogurt Journey is the place to be. Yogurt Journey offers 12 delicious flavors of frozen yogurt with over 60 topping options. If you want something warm instead, stop by to enjoy an amazing funnel cake, fried Oreos, fried brownies, or fried candy. Yogurt Journey also offers frozen yogurt rolls, waffle frozen yogurt rolls, and smoothies. If you need a cake for your next celebration, Yojo provides custom frozen yogurt cakes. Yogurt Journey is located on Kemp Street across from Barwise Middle School and is open daily from 12 to 9 p.m. For all your roofing related needs, we choose Assured Roofing and Construction. At Assured Roofing and Construction, their hard work is based off honesty, loyalty, and integrity, ensuring that every customer gets what they deserve and is happy and stress-free throughout the entire process. When any storm damage occurs to your roof, gutters, fencing, or siding, Assured will have you covered and help you from the initial free inspection to filing your claim, meeting with adjusters, and getting your damaged property fixed properly. Give AG a call at 940-782-1194. All right. We're back. We're not talking about the Mavs yet. Hold on. We're back with our special guest, heavily voted by the people, for the people. I don't know what the votes were, but it was a lot. I think you doubled the second place. Did you even keep an eye on it? Is that something you kept an eye on?
At first. And then I was like, I was like, well, I want to win this.
Okay.
So I had to get everybody to vote for it. Did you get everybody?
Is that what you do when you're running too? You're like, I got
when I hear people talking, it makes me so mad. Well, like, it depends what they're saying, because some of them are like, blah, 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 like, this girl, like, I run this isn't her event. I'm like, yes, it is.
All right, so we'll do an introduction here. First, I got to go over this list of accolades for Miss Breagan Blowers from Holiday, the All-Star, the state running. I don't know how you run so fast, but I don't know. Let's go over the accolades. TGCA All-State as a freshman and sophomore. She's a junior now, probably going to get it as a junior. She's got 5 combined state medals, gold in cross country, bronze in the 100 as a sophomore, finished 4th in the 200 as a sophomore, so just barely right outside. Finished 4th in the 200 as a freshman as well, so just one person behind, like not even being able to carry around all your medals. This year, the 100 you finished 6th in this entire state, 3rd in the 200, got your bronze medal, 3rd in the 4x4, bronze medal, and 3rd as a team, bronze medal. Holds Holiday school records in the 100, 200, 400, and the 4x2. A member of the Furosity Track Club with, what's the coach's name? I forget. Robert Brooks. Scooby. So she's got a pretty long list of accolades. I'm sure that's not it, because I know she runs on other competitions other than school. So, again, Ms. Breagan Blowers, we're so thankful that you came. We want to hopefully get to know you a little bit here. Let the people who's watching get to know you. And, yeah, we'll go from there. If you want to go ahead and just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Breagan Blowers from Holiday, and I just want to say thank you all for voting me to come on here.
Very good, very good. Yeah, like we said, it was a landslide. It was, and we kind of like doing that voting thing because it helps people, see it, and and it's like all the Holiday backs you, even though Noah was up in the same vote. So
That's what was tough.
that kind of, I know. I mean, we were like,
oh,
they're gonna split, like Noah but I don't know how it works in there. Honestly, I just post it. And then I don't know if you can vote 100 times. I don't know if you can vote only once. I don't even know how to set the settings.
It's just a one-time vote, because once you vote for one person, if you click, it moves you around.
I never vote.
So I know one time when I was doing something like that, I accidentally voted for somebody that I wasn't trying to vote for. And they were like, oh, bro, I said you voted for such and such. I was like, no, I didn't.
So, Ms. Blowers, how did you get everybody to vote for you versus Noah?
Well, at first I saw it, and I was just sitting in the living room, And then I told my mom and my dad and my sister, and then so they all shared it. And then they put it in the Ferocity group chat, and then they were like, everyone, we need to go vote. They're like, I just voted. I didn't vote my Windthorst girl. I just voted for you. I was like, oh.
Oh, we won't say any names. Well, that's cool. I mean, that's cool for us to hear that you guys, actually kind of stay engaged on that. And that, I mean, all around, it's just a cool, fun way to, I mean, we would love to have every kid on here, but as busy as we are and as busy as everybody else is, you think at the end of the year, school's winding down and you'd think, oh, we got plenty of time. It's not. It's like this is the busiest time of the year for some reason for us. So, again, we do appreciate you coming. We're glad it was you. I said I don't ever vote, but I always would vote girls because I'm a girl dad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think girl sports as a whole need to be more exposed than boys. So, and we're working on that, aren't we, Caitlin Clark?
I got a son and a daughter, so I have to stay neutral.
Yeah. So, we'll go ahead and start with questions, I guess. We'll bounce around, just kind of keep it fluid, and you just, give us your best answer and, don't feel any which way.
Okay.
I guess I'll start. I wanted to add up the medals. Again, I didn't have a whole lot of time, but my first question is, y'all won a lot of medals in Austin this year as a team holiday. Explain to everyone how you were able to accomplish being so successful in track as a team, as the city of Holiday.
We all had the same goal. We all wanted to go out there and win, obviously. And so for us, boys and girls, to both medal individually on a relay and then all as a team, it means a lot because we all put in hard work. We all went through the adversities, the injuries, the unfortunate weather. Mm-hmm. So it's just, it really does mean a lot, because for the coaches as well to, come up with our plan or come up with our workout plan and stay out there in 90-degree weather, which it doesn't seem that bad, but when you're on the track, the heat goes up. But it's just a really good thing to be a part of.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, as we'll mention throughout questions and stuff, Holiday is just so many good athletes. I mean, it's like they just got something in the water over there. But yeah, go ahead.
It pours into my question is, Holiday is a hotbed for good athletics, like we just talked about. And so what is it like to compete against your teammates in practice, and how do y'all make each other better? It's like, the old term, iron sharpens iron. So how does that work for y'all? Like some of y'all's practices are probably harder than the competition a lot of times. Yeah,
definitely. It's a lot of support, stay away from all the negativity, stay away from any drama, which we never really have any because we're all a close-knit group of girls. And so we're just always striving to make ourselves better and just push each other as a team. When you're running a 400 in practice, it gets tough that last 100 meters. And to have the distance girls cheering you on in between their workout sets, it takes some energy to clap your hands whenever you're tired. So for them to just, let you know that we have their support and they have ours, and, just always supporting each other's back is really good to have.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I have to ask my signature question that I ask to everybody. So what is your favorite pregame meal before a track meet?
So since 7th grade until this March, I had Olive Garden before every cross country meet, every indoor meet, and then every outdoor meet. And it didn't matter where we were at. If we were in Louisiana, Alabama, Houston, Austin, and we started rating them. But then I was like, this is bad. I feel bloated and gross. So, I let go of that superstition. I was like, I'll just trust God with my season and stuff. So I moved on to grilled chicken, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. And my team clowned me for it because I would walk into Fazoli's when they're getting their pasta, and I'd sit in the back in a booth with my grilled chicken.
Oh, my gosh.
I want to say something about the pasta. I don't know if it's a myth or not, but, a lot of coaches believe that pasta before sporting events is highly recommended. I remember when we was in school, that was one of the meals that, especially in powerlifting, our coach suggested that we eat pasta. And I don't know if it just fuels your body, the carbs and stuff in it, but I'm kind of like you. I don't know if that necessarily if that's best. And then I want one thing I do want to mention before we move to the next question. Something that she said off the air, and this is just tremendous for her discipline. That, I mean, she's a junior in high school. I don't know how she's able to do this, but she hadn't had a cheeseburger in like 5 to 6 years. Bro, I would die without a cheeseburger. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Or a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. That's
I don't
tremendous.
know how long she hasn't been with a Dr. Pepper.
That's
but
discipline.
yeah. Kudos to her and her family for that. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and ask my next question. So we talk a lot about training and how important it is to be the best. I mean, how important training is whenever you're trying to be the best. I think there's so many athletes out there that don't realize the amount of training and extra effort that goes into the athletes that are striving to be to the next level, go to the next level in their respective sports. So I know you're doing obviously a lot more training than just what the school provides. When you're in season or you're, running, I don't know how often you run competitively, but what is a typical day like in the life of Breagan Blowers during training season, whenever you're really in the middle of competing? Like do you work out multiple times a day? Are you, scheduling your meals? Like what, go ahead and just give us like a rundown of what a day would be like.
So, I wake up at least once a week. I wake up really, really early, like 5, and I have to go to OSTC and lift weights, get my body, like if my muscles are tight, I'll have them laser them or roll them out. But I wake up and like breakfast is crucial, so like I have to wake up a little early to cook myself some eggs or something, and then go to school, and I'll do the school workout with Griffin and whatever that'll be, and I drive to City View right after holiday and then go work out with Scooby, and that's normally Sunday through Wednesday and sometimes Thursday, and then obviously school is Monday through Friday. So it's a lot.
You want to shout out your coach real quick?
I'll shout out both. Shout out Coach Griffin and shout out Robert Brooks.
Yeah. Great coaches from what I've heard. You can tell with what they're doing around here with some of the local athletes.
Yeah. So with that, you're a member of the Ferocity Track Club, as we talked about and you talked about. So how long have you been a part of that, and how does that help you outside of school? I mean, you kind of mentioned it just now, but how does it help you?
I've been a part of it for 5 years now. And like as growing with the program and with the people that I'm with, I can say it's definitely helped me like with leadership skills and coming out of my shell. Because when I first got there, I was small and nervous, and I didn't talk to anyone. But now, like some of my best friends are there with me. But whenever there's new people, Scooby expects us to greet them, shake their hand, tell us our name and stuff. And leadership-wise, it's just like if someone doesn't know what we're doing, like A skips or B skips, he expects the people that have been there for like a long time, he calls us old heads. He expects us old heads to go out there and show them what to do and just lead them in the right direction.
Yeah, that's
important.
Talking about teams or coaches, you hear a player-led team is a team with high goals. The expectation is put out there. So the teams that are player-led versus the coach having to be on them all the time, that's what you want. That's what she's alluding to there.
All right, so my next question is, being a member of Ferocity Track, how has Coach Brooks pushed you to see what others don't see in you?
Well, like this season, we definitely gotten a lot closer because junior year is really important for, at least track-wise, for recruitment. So, we'd spend a lot of extra hours before or after practice or in the morning working on blocks because that's so meticulous and technical, and it's so hard to get down perfectly. So he sees me, like, he'll tell when I'm frustrated. He can hear my footsteps, like, we need to take a break, you're getting worked up. And so he sees a lot of the things that people might not think about mentally, and he just is always there to support me, just like my teammates are.
Yeah, so one thing I will say about him, about you, I've seen you train there since you were little. I do remember when you first got there, and he always would say, he was like, watch when I get done with it. Watch when I get done with it. He gets excited. He's one of those coaches that get extremely excited, and I just remember, man, some of the stuff he might say we can't say on the air, but he does not play about your ability, and I think sometimes one thing that I noticed him, especially with you, is when you walk up, a lot of people don't see you as a sprinter. They might see you as a distance runner, and he'd be like, big dog, they don't even know. They don't even know what's about to happen to them. And then once you run it, it's like you just leave everybody's mouth wide open, like, did she just really do that? Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things, but so he's really good at seeing in you what you might not see in yourself. And he, before it's all said and done, he gets you to get that confidence. So my next question is does Coach Brooks' daughter provide confidence that can make that you can be there where she's going? You can be there and achieve that one day?
Yeah, it definitely does. Just because knowing, like, we have the same coach, which obviously because it's her dad, but knowing that we're undergoing the same training, and she came from here and just the same community and atmosphere, that I could also be as successful as she is. And especially just like having her dad in my corner and having her as well willing to help me, it makes me feel a lot better that I'm not going into this just blindsided or anything.
And I think that's another thing that people don't realize is he can call his daughter at any time and she'll be willing to pour into you guys. Because she believes, she was, y'all just completed the task, it was Hill, y'all it was Hills, a couple weeks ago? Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, that it's a task that they go through as part of the breaking them in, getting them ready, it's just, but I call you guys the OGs now. Y'all kind of look forward to that. It's not easy, but y'all know it's something that you have to achieve before you can move forward in your summer track thing. So I think kudos to Robert Brooks and thanks to his daughter for being willing to help you as well.
Yeah, so I got a question that's actually not on my list, but you mentioned recruitment.
Oh, that was going to be mine. Go ahead. Jeez.
Yeah, I got to steal the show.
God.
Recruitment as a junior is obviously the most important time frame. Can you tell us what are your goals? What schools are you looking at? I don't think you've got any offers yet, if I heard that right, and you're obviously not committed. So tell it on here. Where are you trying to go? So, just let us know.
If I'm being honest, I don't know. Like, I got a list, but it's like 35 schools. I'm not picky. Like, I don't mind staying in Texas, but I'd like to go out. And, like, I really want to go to the East Coast somewhere. And then Arkansas is definitely one because that's where Talia went. But I don't have, like, a certain one where I'm, like, diehard Tech fan or something. But I'm just go wherever I feel the best with.
Just want to be able to still compete.
Yeah, definitely. And still, because, like, you either make the bus, like, you obviously, like, you get to college, but then you don't want to make it and just practice. So, like, you want to train and make the bus and not just run the home meets. So that's also another thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't doubt that there's going to be colleges looking at you. I'm sure you guys have done your recruitment homework, all that good stuff. So come get a good one. I know somebody mentioned Florida at one point, right? Florida, Arkansas. Somebody's going to come get you, and we'll be excited whenever that happens.
Well, since you took my off-the-wall question,
right,
I'll just ask what I had on. So you mentioned, and Jeff said it, you are a state qualifier in not one, not two, but 3 events. That shows, one, how, dynamic you are, and 2, you can run 3 different races. So
4 if you include cross country, right?
4, yeah.
Well, I stopped that my freshman year.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So which one's your favorite? Let's go, not just favorite, but least to favorite, and how do you get yourself ready for each of these events?
if I'm being honest, I can't say like I have one that's my favorite because they like alter week to week. Because like I ran the 400 one time, but I love the 400 because it's like the end. I like the end. I like to see the people, and then they get that like false sense of like I'm winning, and then I like to, if I have some left, I like to sneak up behind them. But because the 100 is like, it's similar to the 400, but at the same time, it's just like go. And so I think each one is like special in its own way. But preparing for each one, it's pretty much the same. Mentally, though, it's completely different because 100, 200, you're just running. Like, there's no strategy. You just have to be explosive and get out and clear your head completely. But the 400, you have to have some, like, restraint because if you go out and sprint like the 100, you're done. Like, you might as well just stop there. But sometimes, like, if I'm feeling really nervous, I always have specific songs that I listen to. But if I'm feeling really nervous, I'll listen to, like, Marvin Gaye, which is, like, on the bus going to regionals. I was a head case, so I put that on and just tried to relax. But that and then writing my Bible verse on my arm, that's, like, something that I have to do.
And what verse is that?
It's 1 Corinthians 9:24. And it says, like, don't you know all the runners run in a race, but only one gets the prize.
Wow, very good. All right. So,
and I will say, like, I talk about this. Like, if you're just watching track, you want to be all in the sprints. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the 100, 200, like, you just want to watch those. But I feel like the 400 and 800, the 4x4s, the longer that I became a coach, those are the races that I love to watch because those, you're fast, like she said. You know, you got to get out and be explosive. But you got to have a strategy to run that 4x4 or run that 400 or that 800. So those to me are tough athletes. Don't get me wrong, the 100, 200 people, they're explosive, but you know, it's a mindset deal when you run those that quarter or that 800.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we talked or we learned you played multiple sports growing up, right?
I mean, I touched in volleyball, but not really. And I was a big soccer girl for a long time. And then I finally let that go to pursue track.
Okay, so that is my question, is what made you choose track over those other sports? Like, was it something that happened or was it, you know, a coach? Was it your parents? What was it?
You know, I always did like the sport, but the team I was on, the travel team I was on, it, like, disbanded. So I moved to a different one, and it was just, like, it was a lot, and I don't think I was ready for it. And it just slowly, I just was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore because it was just a lot. Like, I wasn't ready for it at that age, especially for something that I didn't really love that much. And the only thing I was good at when we started going to these Dallas games, only thing I was good at was running to the ball. So he would put me in to go sprint to the ball, and then I'd have to pass it. And so then, you know, that's kind of, like, been in my head, like, well, then maybe I should do track. And then 7th grade, when track was, like, not optional, like, you did track. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, this might be something.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So 7th grade is whenever you really kind of, I mean, and that was school introducing the track to you. Wow, okay. I mean, because a lot of times you have track families that, I mean, they just bleed track from day one. It's like, you know, the little kids running around the track. And like, and
Coach Brooks.
I think.
Yeah. So, and I never ran track. I never wanted to run my entire life. I never wanted to. Never. I mean, I did a little bit when I was military, but ever since then, I did not want to run at all. So.
And so that bleeds into my question because, you know, track is its own animal. You know, it's you. I love it because you're competing against yourself, forget everybody else in your lane, you know, and we live in a world of social media where kids, just plain and simple, they don't want to be embarrassed because they don't want to get beat, you know, and so that's their mentality of, I could do it, but I don't want to. So track is not for the weak, and most high school kids do not do it. So what do you love about it?
I mean, like what you said, you're going to get beat. Like, it's inevitable. At some point, you're going to have a bad day, or someone is just going to have I don't want to say talent, but, just a bad day and someone's having a good day. And you just have to be strong enough to, like, come over that and come back stronger and better and faster the next year and not let that bog you down, which, I mean, it sounds easy, but it's really not. But just like with track in general, I just love, like he said, the individuality of it and being in your own lane. Because, like, on a team sport, you have someone that can fix your mistake or that has your back. But in track, like, it's just you. So if you stumble out of your blocks, like, you can't blame that on someone else. Like, you have to take ownership for that. And I think that that's what I really like about it, is that it's just me. Unless you're on a relay.
Right.
Which, that's a completely different thing. But I think that's what made me feel really drawn to track.
All right, so my next question, it's two questions I had. I'm kind of going to tie them together. So the first part of the question is, would you like to run as a pro? And if not, what are your dreams after high school?
I definitely do want to go pro. And I feel like if I stay focused and keep doing what I'm doing, but obviously to a whole nother level, then I think I'd have some good chances. I'm not sure, like, career-wise. I'm kind of all over the place. I don't know if I want to do, like, criminal justice, psychology, or physical therapy. So that's its own deal. But running-wise, I would like to go pro.
And the reason I asked the thing about going pro is I feel like the way that you guys train with ferocity is it prepares you guys for that. The reason why I say that is, like you said, you're good at the 400, you're good at the 200, you're good at the 100. But I can say this on the air: the 400 is not an option with Coach Brooks.
Oh, no.
Running the 800, the mile, he trains those kids to be able to run the tries and the different things that his daughter does. They're well-rounded. They're actual, what I would call true track athletes. They don't just specialize in one thing. They can do a little bit of everything. Like, she probably don't want to admit it on air, but she could go run the mile if she had to. It's just one of those things where it's a requirement, So, to me, when you train like that, you're preparing yourself for more opportunities as a pro, because you might not necessarily be the fastest. But then you can be like, well, I might not be the top 20 in this, but I'm top 25 in this, where if I go compete with the other people that are doing all of the events, I have an opportunity to go compete for a gold medal in the Olympics and things like that. So, So I just think, give yourself a little more. I think you have the opportunity to do it. I think you bring a skill set to the sprinting world, but also, too, you have that endurance and stuff that you've been working on. I mean, you don't run in those events, but you train it. And I'm a big fan of muscle memory. Once you start to train something, I told my son this the other day, because right now he's messing with me. He's telling me he's stronger than me. I was like, son, if I get back in the gym, you're not gonna be stronger than me. Like, it just won't, so enjoy, So
he's talking about right now.
Yeah, he's speaking right now. But what we're talking about is if I was to get back in the gym, and lifting like I used to lift, your muscle memory kick in, and that's just like if you're running a mile or something like that. Over time, you would be able to grasp that. I'm gonna go ahead and ask my last question. I think this is a juicy question for me. I know your dad's in the room, but I want honesty. We'll make sure that you're okay. We'll call your mom if we have to get you home. But which parent do you get your athletic ability from?
Ooh.
I get it from my mom.
Oh, somebody's walking home.
Oh, man.
Like,
It's all right, Dad.
We used to have these competitions, and we'd run from the gate to the driveway, and she'd be like, she would beat me, and that's really humbling, because, like, I was 12. Like, I don't want to get beat by my own mother, and so that also might have sparked something. Because I was like, there's no way, like, I can stay like this. But it definitely, I think, came from her.
So, also, I want to ask, on top of that, who's more competitive, dad or mom?
My mom. Board games, nobody stands a chance. She gets real mad real quick when it comes to that.
What's the board game?
Any game.
Settlers of Catan. You ever played that?
He's like, I'll let my kids.
I'm nerdy.
Damn,
I'm nerdy.
man.
I'll get down on some board games. Monopoly,
Oh, she hates Monopoly. I always want to play.
Most
it.
people who are competitive hate Monopoly.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
it's
good at it. It's the hustle.
I'll find ways to win. She right. I mean, I race my boys now. Like O said, I tell them I don't go to the gym for me. I go to the gym for y'all, so y'all can. So that day that y'all feel like y'all want to try me, I got you. So yeah,
I don't go
I'm
to the
competitive.
gym, so
Yeah.
it's cool. I'll get into my last question, I think. So, I mean, we learned a little bit about 7th grade, really kind of introducing you to track. Who was your role model? Was there a role model, I guess, for you to use as track? Like who was it that kind of inspired you to really do that? Or was it, from within? Was it an individual thing?
There always was, like, being little and watching, like, the 2016, like, Olympics being on, and seeing, like, Usain Bolt. Like, that kind of triggers something in everybody because it's Usain Bolt. But going from there and then maybe into, like, freshman year, like, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price from Jamaica,
Ooh.
she was always, like, I looked up to her, which I don't know if it's because, like, the rainbow hair, like, caught my eye when I was younger. But now with social media and there's just, like, so many new athletes, like, within the generation, there's definitely a lot more role models now than back then.
Yeah. Have you ever considered rainbowing your hair?
No, I've considered, like, some things, but I don't know about rainbow. That might be a little much for me.
Yeah.
I do have one off-the-wall question that I want to ask. To me, this is probably one of the serious questions I have. Two things. It's twofold. I value your jewelry. She loves jewelry. A lot of people don't know that. I've noticed that when she runs, she has little bracelets and different things.
She's got some heavy jewelry on right now.
So one thing that I want to point out that I noticed, and so you have a bracelet on right now, and it says, what does the letter say on that?
Oh, it says HWLF.
And what does that stand for?
He would love first.
So I wanted to point this out because I don't do it with a lot of people, but I've noticed that one thing that's one of the most inspirational things that you do is that you're strong in your faith and your beliefs. A lot of kids are not bold with their faith. You writing scriptures on, you said that you have this. Since I've known you, I've always noticed something that's pointing back to God. And so I guess my question would be, how does your faith and your beliefs strengthen you in what you do on the track?
It's definitely something that, at first, like, writing verses on your arm and stuff, like, it can be nerve-wracking because you don't want people to judge you. Mm-hmm. But I got to the point where I was like, I don't really care. Like, you can come up with your own assumptions about me because I know who I am and I know who God created me to be. So it's really just a lot of having someone to lean on and having something that to just, like, comfort me. Like, I know that if I don't perform well, it's a part of my journey and his plan for me. So especially now after state not going how I wanted it to, it's a lot of just, like, I have to trust him because he knows better than I do. So if I just stay resilient and keep praying and just surrender to him, like, something's going to come out of it. I'm not just going to, like, give up and be on the side of the road. So it's a lot of faith and just trust.
And he's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, kudos to you on that, man. Being bold and standing strong in your faith. More teenagers, I feel, need to take the ladder and be willing to confess with their mouths and in front of people, their beliefs. And I'm a firm believer that those that serve God, God serves back. So the things that you confess with your mouth, the things that you believe God shall make possible because you're taking an action and being bold for him. So he'll be bold for you.
And that's I mean, obviously kudos to you, but that also falls back on parenting. Mm-hmm. So kudos to dad and mom. Yeah. And so, yeah, like you said, that's bold, especially today, in today's day and age where, everything is shamed or this or that. So that's all of our questions.
I got one more. I like her.
Go ahead.
I feel like this is Jay question.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at her right now. I like her shoe game a little bit. So, do you have what is your favorite shoe? And like, do you have a certain colorway on the track that you like, or is it like you get second in these? Oh, I'm done with these. Like, what do you like?
Unfortunately, yeah, I am like that. But I'm trying to. I'm working really hard, like to not be like. I let go of the Olive Garden. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But shoe wise, I normally always run in Nikes. But I have a lot because I had these one pairs. They had holes. I was gonna make fun of for because my big toe was coming out, and so that happens a lot.
Flintstone.
And so I have a green pair and a pink pair, and I wore them separately. And then I was like, wait a minute. And I put the pink and the green together. And then I have these other ones, and they're like mint green, which I wore those at state. So I don't know if those are going to come back out or not. Those might stay in the closet. And then I have these other ones, and I've been in those for like 2 years now. But I think I'm going to give the mint green ones another try.
So it seems to me like you're pretty superstitious.
Yeah. Like,
Just a little bit.
The same necklace, same earrings.
So, okay. What else is there? Like, what are some of your superstitions?
Let me think. Like, okay, socks are a big thing. This is gonna sound weird. So every meet,
Dad's like,
every meet before district, I wear the same black Under Armour socks. Without fail. If they're dirty, they gotta go back on my feet. But normally they're washed, but then I only got one pair of them too, so I have to like keep up with them. But once it hits district, area, regional, state, no socks. And it's just spikes. And it's like a new different feeling.
You don't run in any socks.
Mm-mm.
Your socks come off.
Yeah. Once it hits district and so on.
But I think they do that so that you learn to
Dad's like, hey, whatever's working.
Yeah. I think that's so that you can actually feel the spikes. That's why they go no socks. I couldn't do it.
See, I'm learning so much. Track and tennis is probably the least knowledge I have of any sport in the world.
Love it.
So, do you have any questions for us?
No.
Nothing?
I don't think so.
Dad, you got anything?
Yeah, she's been one of, with her answers, just kudos to her once again getting voted on, but how she's, explained herself and her answers, it's been really great. Like, you can tell this young lady is, like she said, she's led by her faith, and she seems to say all the right things. And this young lady right here, I always talk about with kids, when schools come to look at you, they want to find out the type of person you are. They know the athlete you are, but the person you are. She's full of character, full of personality, and she is a great representative of Holiday ISD.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. Not much else I can say after that, but like we, we're very thankful you came here. You got voted on by the people, which is always cool. And yeah, you've, in my opinion, you've done great.
Thank you.
Exceeded expectations. For sure. So yeah, and again, I keep saying about the parents, but when you have someone who is, represents themselves as well as you do, that comes back on parenting. So big kudos to the parents. You guys have done a great job. What about your brothers and sisters real quick? Do you have
I have a sister.
Just a sister? That's it? Okay. And is she graduated now, or she?
Yeah, she's graduated college, so she's like real world big girl job now.
Oh wow! Okay, very cool.
Do you beat her in a race?
Yeah.
She said
anything.
Anything. You can beat her in anything.
Yeah. She wanted to do this little leg extension. It was like Tower of Doom or something. I was like, we're not doing this.
Before we close and get out of here, do you want to shout out any of the other Holiday kids or your teammates or anything on the air? Give them any shout outs.
Shout out to my 4x4 team, because now those are some of my best friends. And shout out Chloe Washington from Curiosity, because she's also pushed me and made this year extremely memorable.
Very good. Very good. And yeah, I guess that pretty much brings this whole thing to an end. I don't really got anything else. You guys got anything? You don't have anything for us?
No, I could ask something, but we'll be here for a while, so I'll just ask her.
Yeah, I mean, we
there.
could just go
Yeah.
on and on,
Yeah.
but yeah, you did good.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on, and
sure.
Thank
we
you
wish
for
you the
having
best of
me.
luck in all that you do. We'll be rooting you on. Like I said before the show, you're on the show, so you're automatically one of the favorites now.
Thank you.
Sorry, we love all the athletes, but if there's anything that we can do from on the sideline, I mean, anything that you can think of, and that's for you too. If there's anything we can do to help or assist, or, if you need video work or, whatever, you just let us know. Okay. So we're here. For you guys, for the athletes.
Thank you.
So
Oh. Okay, see tonight?
no, Dallas.
Yeah, let's get out there, man. Cause this dude
Let's actually real quick. I want to zoom in on
See,
her.
look.
I want to show y'all what she's wearing here. Oh yeah,
Sheesh.
Ooh, that's pretty heavy.
They don't give those away.
Nah, they're earned.
Earn, man, that's awesome. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
All right, well, that concludes our show. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks to Breagan Blowers and her father for bringing her in, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, see
Appreciate
you
you.
in 7.
Dallas in 6. Bye.
This guy's tripping.
So the question I was going to ask was, what's your summer plans? Like, what are you going to...
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm in physical therapy for like a month because I was gonna go to New Balance Nationals, but obviously not. So I've just been. I started physical therapy yesterday, so obviously get through that. But Junior Olympics is in.
Oh yeah.
District for Junior Olympics is June 7th.
Okay.
So